Hey guys, I'm here with January income report with Medium, for my Medium account. I can't speak. Anyway, let's get to it. So this is February 2nd today when I'm making this video for January. And let's go straight to the partner program earnings. Um, so let's see. This is showing February earnings because it's already the second day of February. But if I go to January by clicking here, as you can see, I have made a total of 106 and 68 cents. $106.68. So that's okay. That's not too bad if I just look at the total number, but the the problem, if you can call it that, maybe it's not really a problem. It's more like, just observations, and I have my theories. But here's the thing: my story earnings is $89.04, and referred member earnings is $17.64. Referred member earnings is great because I got 3 new referred members in January, so that pushed up that earning. But my story earning is actually lower than December's. So just to show you what it means. So January, $89.04, and in December, my story earnings were $93.89. So I lost a few dollars there, but because I gained 3 new referred members, I gained dollar amount here. So even though from my story earnings directly from stories went down, my total income ended up being more than $1 than December. So if I go back to January, as you can see, it's well over $1 more than January's income, total income. But I mean, in one way, I'm happy to have more referred members, but the idea is to gain my earnings from stories. So on that end, I didn't do as well. And I'll show you some of the things that I did differently in January, which may have caused this. Plus a few, thoughts. But before I do that, let me just go to audience stats. So over here, you can see that back in December, I gained 120 new followers, but in January, I gained 104, which, I mean, it fluctuates, so I'm not too worried about that. It's still around 100-ish, Like November, for example, I only made like 84 new followers, so it fluctuates. So 104 isn't a bad number for me. Email subscribers for 6 more than what I had. In December, I made 8. I gained 8 subscribers. But I'm not too worried about email subscribers because honestly, I still haven't figured out what to do with my Medium email subscribers, because the way Medium email subscription works, it's like, I don't know, it's just you can send, whenever you publish a story, you can send it directly to your subscribers, but considering I'm trying to publish like a story every other day or something, that's the goal at least, it feels like I'm kind of spamming them, like, I don't know. On one hand, I know that people subscribe because they want to hear from me, but at the same time, I feel like the Medium email list isn't as good as just having a regular email list, And if you look at most popular Medium writers, they all try to gain their own email list. Like they have like a ConvertKit or some other platform where they build like a real email list. Medium email list, I honestly don't know what it's good for, to be more specific. Anyway, referred members. Here's what I'm talking about. In January, I had 3 new referred members, so total I had like 8. Compared to in December when I had total 5, and I only had gained 1 new member, but in January somehow I ended up gaining 3 new members, so that's cool. And I haven't really lost any members, so that's nice, I guess. And that's my audience overview for December and January. So let's look at story stats. And in January, I published 15 new stories, and only 10 of them were actually paywall stories, as in they were locked behind a paywall and I made money with them. 5 of the new stories were not locked, and that's because I made a new publication. It's called M Stuff. I know I'm really bad at naming things, but this publication is dedicated to all things medium. And I decided that I'm not going to lock these stories behind a paywall. I still don't know if that was a good idea or not. I mean, I definitely could have made more money if I didn't make them. If I made them um, paywalled, as in if I monetized them, but I chose not to because they're pretty meta, and I figured, let's just make them free to everyone. Even if a new Medium member or a new Medium account holder who doesn't have a paid membership yet were to fall on these stories, they would be able to read them without having to upgrade their account to a paid one. So that was the thought behind creating this publication and demonetizing all of the stories within. But at the same time, I'm doing the work, but I'm not really making money from them. So I guess my hope is that if a new member comes here or a new account holder comes here who's not yet a paid member, they will find value in it and they will become paid Medium members using my referral link. That was the idea. I don't know if that was a good idea or not, but yeah, that was one of the ideas anyway. Um, but yeah, so that could be one of the reason why I didn't make as much money because I only had like 10 stories that were monetized compared to other months when I tried to make like 13 to 15 stories that were paywalled stories. So there's that. But other than that, even if I go to the partner program and then January stories, and if I look at them, most of them were the stories that earned the most money were actually older stories, not the ones that I published in January. So, for example, this one, How I Made $4,642 per month selling an evergreen online course. That's an old story. This one I published back in September of 2022. This one, the $1,000 per month e-commerce side hustle, that's also an old story that I published somewhere in August or September or something like that. 3 alternative income streams, that's also an old story. How to make a living with 0 viral stories, that's also an old stories. Basically, most of the stories, all like these top 5 stories, were older stories that made the most money this month. And when I say most money, it wasn't like dramatic or anything. Like the most I earned was 13.39, so $13.39 basically. So yeah, overall January wasn't great other than the fact that I gained 3 new referral members which kind of pushed my income, and I ended up making $1 more than I made back in December. So that's it. And yeah, that's it for January's medium income report. I will see you in a different video sometime soon. Bye.